This is the ultimate game changer for improving your life. I'm telling you no lie. Your life will be like everything that you go after, you'll be like, oh, I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. And you'll just like start doing it. So here is the ultimate game changing life growth advice. The plan that you never got. Well, you got when you was young, you just didn't know you got. You got it from God. Some way or another, you just knew to do it. Okay? So here's the game changer. Objects in motion stay in motion. Copyrights go to the author. Objects in motion stay in motion. So you have to have a life where you're like, objects in motion stay in motion. So if you're feeling stuck, move. As soon as you start to feel that stuck, a little bit of block, uninspired, unmotivated, low vibe, toxic, get them moving. Do something. Do something productive. Like just, I don't know, sweep your floor, wipe your TV down, clean out the microwave. Go in motion. The thing is, you got to keep in motion, because when you keep in motion, your body will start to say, I want to stay in motion. But we have been trained to not stay in motion. We have had too much access to sitting on the computer, just typing and looking at the screen. In the messenger and social media. We've had too much being able to just sit back and I'll just watch TV. And that's what I'll do. We've had too much of that. I'll just go to the local bar, drink and sit there for an hour. The human body, most of the time, I'm talking about like all day almost, except that little window of meditation time, like after between 4 and 5:30 p.m. Except for that time, the body doesn't want to be still, but maybe 10, 15 minutes. 20 minutes is pushing it. The body will start to kick in like, I'm getting tired of doing this. Whatever this is, I don't care what it is, or whoever this is I'm doing, I'm tired of it. That's what your body will start to do. It will start to say that to you. So you have to keep moving. Even when you're teaching, keep moving, keep walking, keep moving your hands, talk. Even when you're writing and you have a moment in which you like, I don't got no more ideas, you got to type a phrase like, I don't know what to say. It's coming, whatever I want to say next is coming. And you could just keep typing that, but you're still moving. See, you're still in motion. Now, what if you leveled up this plan and you actually met someone who actually likes staying in motion until they're supposed to meditate around 4 p.m.? What if you met someone, it was about motion? Like, oh, you sat for 15 minutes, you talked, and then y'all got up and moved around a little bit, then sat back down, and y'all got up and did some work and sat back down. You got up and did some work and sat back down. Can you imagine how many calories you would burn if you just did that through your day? Now, I know it sounds ridiculous, but as John Assaraf said, reduce it to the ridiculous. Sometimes that's what you got to do. And we used to say it was ridiculous, right? When we saw kids always staying in motion. A child would sit down for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, get back up. And we say, why don't you sit down? Why don't you sit down? Sit down. Stop getting up and down. Remember we said that to our kids, or our parents said that to us? We was wrong. Okay? We was wrong. Objects in motion stay in motion. Last thing we want is for our kids and us to get too comfortable with not being in motion. You can become a master at anything, like Denzel Washington said, even BS. And when you become a master of not being in motion, and you really ain't in motion, you just thinking you in motion because your eyeballs moving up and down the messenger, guess what? You becoming a master at BSing. See? You have to stay in motion. But why you're in motion matters. So what if you had a game plan too of what you will do when you get in motion? What if you had some type of little routine where you said every 20 minutes I'm gonna get in motion. And every 20 minutes when I get in full motion, I'm gonna be doing one of these things on this list. One of these things. It could be I'm gonna do some jumping jacks, I'm gonna run a little bit, I'm gonna do a little bit of HIIT, I'm gonna do some push-ups off the chair, or I'm gonna dance around praying and shouting to God. I'm gonna clean something. It's going to be one of these things on this list I'm going to do every 15, 20 minutes so that I'm definitely in motion. Because you can fool yourself and make you think you're in motion. You can sit there and think that you just typing the little things with your finger a little bit and you just staring at people's text messages. That's not really emotion. Motion is like your motion. Like you're moving around. You're moving around. When you get into that scrolling through the social media, it's because your body is saying, I'm sick of being immobile. I need to be in motion. The problem is when your body giving you that sign to be in motion and you do get in motion, you're not picking smart motion things that you're doing. You're scrolling through social media, you're dialing on the phone or something, you're flipping through the TV channel and saying, I'm in motion. Guess what? That's not enough motion and it's not the right or healthy motion you should be having. You should be doing something that literally is going to level you up in some way or another. What if everything on that list was going to level you up in one way or another? Being a very clean person with your environment will level you up. It teaches you to stay in motion. Loving cleaning, if you love to clean, you're also building up a mindset of finding it easy to stay in motion. So when you feel anxiety, when you feel depressed, when you feel like you can't do it, when you feel like I'm not motivated, I'm not inspired, I'm stuck. It could be you have not been in motion enough. You've been sitting around too much. You've been sitting around too much, or you've been doing stuff that your body is not really picking up as really motion. Your body might be sensing that it's just fake motion that you're doing, a little bit of typing and all of that. So here's the thing. You have to have a master mindset. The master says, soon as I feel my energy going down, I'm getting in motion. Now, I know you're thinking, if my energy going down, I should relax. That's the worst thing you should do. You should actually get in motion. Get into some flow state. You can do some yoga. You can do some cleaning. You can do some bowing and praying at the same time, like some of the Indian people do. So if you're feeling stuck, you just ain't been in motion enough, and you ain't doing something that's going to give you benefits when you are in motion. You're not even staying in motion enough for your body to want to do some work on itself or bless you. Your body get blessed by itself. It blesses itself. So you want to get all that. You want to get the blessings of dumping cortisol and getting the happy hormone and releasing stress and all of that. So you have to move more, get in motion. When you work in an elderly home or a nursing home or retirement home, you'll notice that some of the elderly people in there who are in great shape, they will get up and start walking around the room. They will try to leave the room. They don't want to sit long, because those are people that lived a life that was in motion. Those were people that were grinders, that was always trying to use their body. The body is like a wand. A wand doesn't want to sit still so long. If a wand sits still so long, the magic starts to weaken. The magic starts to go to sleep. The wand starts to feel like, oh, it's drying out. The magic dries out. So you need to move also so you don't dry out. Motion helps you get inspired. Going for walks, doing HIIT. So you got to trigger your body to be in that that state of connection where it's like, okay, God, give me a dim download. Angels, give me some messages. ideas come, motivation, courage, strength, good thinking come. Your body will get in that state when you train it to want to be in motion. And people who want to be in motion a lot and are doing things that they know they should be doing when they're in motion, those are the people that become celebrities. Those are the people that become successful. Those are the people that master things. Those are the people that get their dreams. You know, Michael Jackson liked to stay in motion. He would literally dance for hours and hours on end. He didn't even like to be still. They said when he had to eat, he would eat a little bit and start going right into seeing something else to be in motion. What if you did that? Ate a little bit, got in motion, did something where you were in motion, then ate a little bit. Who says we got to eat big old meals and sit down? Who wrote that? Who told you that? You can eat your meals, your first meal, over 3-4 hours. Like literally just a little bit and then be in motion. Eat a little bit and be in motion. Eat a little bit. Make that little bit of food work for you. Work hard for you. Food wants to work hard for you. But a little bit can work hard for you. So you eat your little bit of food and stay in motion. See this high vibe I got? Because I eat a little bit now and I go in motion. I eat a little bit and I go in motion. And the motion that I'm doing is going to get something delivered to me and delivered to everybody else in the world. So when I pick my motion stuff, it's because I know that it's for my benefit and other people. Otherwise, it's wasted motion. It's wasted motion energy. It's wasted active energy. Now, of course, you can control the levels of the motion, the level of the action energy, so that you don't get burnt out. So you could go, this is slow motion, this is fast motion, this is long motion time, this is short motion time. Pay attention to how you're feeling so you know when the motion that you have chosen, the speed and the degree and the amount of it is enough so you don't get burnout. This means you got to know thyself. You got to know how you're using your energy when you're doing the motion. So that's important too. No matter what motion you doing in or what you doing, you have to know how your energy is being released, the speed of it, and how you're starting to feel while you're in that motion. So you know if it's time to stop being in motion and give gratitude. What if you gave gratitude every time you stop being in motion? What if you did that? What if you were in motion and doing something you know you needed to do, or something that you knew you would benefit from or help the world, and then you gave gratitude? And that was the little 5 little minutes you took. You can give gratitude in 5 minutes. 5 minutes of gratitude, then go back in motion. Or 2 minutes. First of all, 30 seconds. If you're eating healthy and you have a healthy lifestyle, you don't need more than 1 minute to rest and be totally still and give gratitude. That should be enough for you. If that's not enough, you probably ain't eating healthy. You probably got a toxic, stressful life. And that's why you got to be immobile so long. You say it takes 20 minutes to sit and rest, or 5-10 minutes before you can be in motion again. Because of the lifestyle you're living is stressful, or your diet is unhealthy, or your mindset is sick. Get that together so you don't have to be immobile like this for 5 or 10 minutes or 20 minutes several times a day. When it's not sleep time. Really, that long rest time is really when you are meditating, like at that 4 p.m. time, or when you go to sleep. All right? That's when you get to sit there for like 15 minutes and be still. But if it's not those time periods, you got to find a way to get in motion. And don't say, I'm going to run out of reasons to be in motion. No, you're not. There's plenty of things you could be in motion about in your home. There's a toilet, or there's a table, or there's something that needs clean, something needs swept, something needs purged, something needs done. You need to shop for something. You need to put something away. There's always something to do, something that you need to do. You don't want to see it because you got too comfortable with not being in motion for long periods of time. All right. Now, I know you're thinking, my brain is in motion because I'm reading books. The body wants the brain and the mind in motion, in cycles. Like I have my mind, my thinking in motion, and now I have my body in motion. And now I have my mind, and now I have my body, and now I have my mind. And then sometimes I have my mind and my body in motion at the same time. This is what the body wants. This is going to make you a beast in going after what you want. You can always get the skill set. You can always get the education to be able to do what you want to do in a great way. You can always get that. But what about the burning desire to be in motion most of your day? What about that? That's why we look so good in the 80s and the 90s and back in the 30s and 50s. We was not about just sitting down and talking for long periods of time and just not in motion. We walked around parties. We walked around talking. We moved. So get moving and get moving somebody. And get you somebody that's going to want to keep you moving. And it's going to want to move you. If you don't have friends that like to be in motion, you got the wrong friends. If you got friends that like to be in motion in a violent and toxic way, you got the wrong friends. Even the wrong family if they're like that. You need to pick people that like to move because it's going to make you want to move. Fall in love with someone that's about movement, about motion, or you are wasting your life. Whether you see you're doing it or not, you're wasting your life. Even writers, we move. We sit down, we write about 15 minutes, then we start moving. We might start playing basketball, bouncing the ball off the wall, or we might go for a walk. Most writers, if you see them that are disciplined and great writers, they're pretty lean. They look pretty lean. They look like they're not stressed out or nothing. Because not only are they releasing the stress through the writing, but they're making sure they stay in motion. They're not sitting there for so long. Now, I know you're saying, well, I might be losing time with my project if I get up and move. Guess what? Do you want to achieve in your project and look like crap and be low energy and weak and maybe get sick because you don't move? Or do you want to complete your project and still look good and still feel strong and still look fit and still feel light? You can have both. If you cycle, moving, being still and moving. These people that try to tell you to get into the hardcore hustling game and just sit there for 3 hours and hammer it out, whatever you're doing, those people are leading you to a burning building with your health and your mind. You might get that project done, but you sacrifice your health and your mind, and you didn't brought yourself down to a low level in some way. You didn't miss out on other ideas and inspiration that was waiting for you if you would have took a break from being still and started moving. Now you see why some people can drop album after album that's successful, like Prince could do. Prince, you could see he was a man of moving. And Michael Jackson. J-Lo is a mover. She moves through her day. Move. Beyonce will dance and move till her feet bleed. But Beyonce knows how to manage her energy when she's moving. The thing is, what if you did this through your day? You didn't just move for 3 hours and then sit for an hour. What if you said, I'm going to move, sit, move. I'm going to move for 30 minutes and then sit for 5. I'm going to move for 30 minutes. Guess what? It'll get easier to achieve your goal. And you won't feel like you was a slave, a beaten slave trying to do it. Now, some of these celebrities, they will go in for 4 hours and be in motion and movement, all that, motion. But look at the price they pay. Look how some of them start to age faster. This is why how long you're in motion still matters. How long you're being still also matters. It matters just as much as how long you are in motion. I repeat, how long you are being still, not really moving your body, matters just as much as how long you're actually moving your body. I don't know if you caught it, because that's such an important part of this lesson before I end this video. How long you are not moving your body, matters just as much as how long you move your body. But we've been taught it only matters how long we move our body. I moved my body for 3 hours, so I'm good, right? I sat still for 5 minutes, I'm good. But one of them you might be just fooling yourself about. Maybe you shouldn't have moved for 3 hours. Maybe you should have had some motion only for 30 minutes. Can you imagine how you will prevent yourself from aging faster if you wasn't pushing each part of that? Like, I'm sitting still too long, I'm in motion too long. Each one of those, if you're in too long, will tax you on your looks and your health, even your mind. So you need to have balance there. You need to decide which one matters more to you, being more still than you are in motion, or being in more motion than you are still. Or what if you found some sort of balance and you said, well, 10 minutes, 15 minutes being still and not moving my body, that's enough. 30 minutes moving my body in motion, that's enough. I think I won't lose nothing about me. I think I won't lose my health if I do that. If you like this video, feel free to let me know. There will be a part 2. I will talk about this more. You'll either get it in a private video or you'll get it in a PDF file. Thanks for watching. Bye.